When you make loving others the story of your life, there's never a final chapter, because the legacy continues. You lend your light to one person, and he or she shines it on another and another and another. There are darknesses in life, and there are lights, and you are one of the lights, the light of all lights. Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if only someone remembers to turn on the light. When a person really desires something, all the universe conspires to help that person to realize his dream. There is a truth deep down inside of you that has been waiting for you to discover it, and that truth is this: you deserve all good things life has to offer. I am not afraid of storms, for I am learning how to sail my ship. Memories warm you up from the inside, but they also tear you apart. Anyone who ever gave you confidence, you owe them a lot. The infinite one within you can certainly heal. To everything, there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Now that you don't have to be perfect, you can be good. God is simple. Everything else is complex. Do not seek absolute vacues in the relative world of nature. Good and evil is the challenging riddle which life places sphinx-like before every intelligence. Self-scrutiny, relentless observance of one's thoughts, is a stark and shattering experience. Thoughtless is the man who buries his ideals, surrendering to the common fate. Only the shallow man loses responsiveness to the woes of others' lives as he sinks into narrow suffering of own. Bricks and mortar sings us no audible tune. The heart opens only to the human chant of being. A true man is he who dwells in righteousness among his fellow men, who buys and sells, yet is never for a single instant forgetful of God. To lay aside what you have in your head, selfish desires and ambitions. To freely bestow what you have in your hand and never to flinch from the blows of adversity. One cannot expect victory from a baby who imagines a tiger to be a house cat. Powerful hands are my sufficient weapon. The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. The more I read, the more I acquire, the more certain I am that I know nothing. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you. It is not length of life, but depth of life. The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. Life is what we make it, always has been, always will be. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. This is the ideal life. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Everyone seems to have a clear idea of how other people should lead their lives, but none about his or her own. What you have experienced, no power on earth can take from you. Life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we respond to it. Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. The most important thing is to enjoy your life, to be happy. It's all that matters. Dwell on the beauty of life, watch the stars, and see yourself running with them. When we love, we always strive to become better than we are. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. Love goes very far beyond the physical person of the beloved. It finds its deepest meaning in his spiritual being, his inner self. Whether or not he is actually present, whether or not he is still alive at all, ceases somehow to be of importance. No matter what he does, every person on earth plays a central role in the history of the world, and normally he doesn't know it. This is part of what a family is about, not just love. It's knowing that your family will be there watching out for you. Nothing else will give you that. Not money, not fame, not work. Parents can only give good advice or put them on the right paths, but the final forming of a person's character lies in their own hands. She taught me to look for beauty in the world despite the ugliness. You must learn to accept that sometimes you will disappoint yourself and others. Losing somebody you love is such a profoundly lonely experience, something only you endure in your own particular way. Be worthy love, and love will come.